Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. If you're an old friend, then welcome back. So we are moving right along with our zodiac sign readings, and we've only got a couple left. So Leo, you are up. Leo, what's the message for Leo Spirit? All right, we have upper hand and flexibility. Anything else for Leo? Adversity. Okay. So, let's check it out. Tell me about upper hand for Leo. Okay, so before I actually get any more cards on this right now, I'm getting that there's some kind of situation in which you currently have the upper hand, but with flexibility that can change, and it is involving some kind of challenge that you are trying to overcome. So it's like you have the upper hand and you want to keep the upper hand, but like I said, it's flexible. That could change. Okay, so you're in a very precarious situation. And we have the Queen of Swords. Okay, so yeah, I'm getting this Queen of Swords is like, keep cool. Like, the Queen of Swords is also known as like the Ice Queen, right? She seems a little cold and bitchy. But what she really is just headstrong, and she knows what she wants, and she knows how to get it. And, you know, she's very determined, okay? And clear-headed, right? Okay, and she knows how to keep people at a distance, okay? And that is kind of what I'm feeling here as well, right? So I feel like this is kind of how and why you have the upper hand, because you have someone at a distance, either physically, mentally, or emotionally. And I feel like that is the key to keeping the upper hand, okay? Okay. Ace of Wands and Nine of Swords. So yes, someone is trying to put you in the Nine of Swords. Someone is trying to put you in a mental state that is not good or healthy. Someone may be trying to wake you up, okay? Like, I feel like wake you up throughout the night as a means to try to get you to react in a negative way, or even just to be like sleep deprived the next day. This is actually a tactic that abusive people use, okay, on their victims. Because like I said, it diminishes capacity. It, you know, it gets you, it makes you tired, you know, it makes it harder for you to do the things that you need to do the next day. And also if you get woken up repeatedly throughout the night, that's like a form of torture. So someone is actively like taking actions to try to like torture you, okay, mentally. But I feel, again, right, with the Queen of Swords here, it's like you've got this barrier, this invisible barrier between you and them mentally. So it's like, one, whatever they do, it's like you see right through it. Okay, so you already know that whatever it is that they're doing, they're trying to do it on purpose. And so that gives you the upper hand right there, right? Because then you can say, well, I'm not going to give them what they want. You know, let them do this, let them do that, whatever, right? But I'm not going to give them what they want. So you're having to be very strong mentally as well. Flexibility. Why is flexibility here? Five of Swords and Knight of Pentacles. So you have a bully, okay? Maybe even more than one with Five of Swords here. Like I said, someone is trying to, they're trying to bully you. They're trying to hurt you, physically, mentally, emotionally. They are taking action, you know, trying to put thoughts in your head, trying to manipulate you through their actions to get you to respond in a bad way, right? They may think that you are mentally ill, and they're trying to get you to act mentally ill so they can like catch you in the act, so to speak. All right, but again, you know, with the Queen of Swords here, it's like you are maintaining very well. Right? And you got the upper hand and you're keeping the upper hand. But with flexibility, this is part of what they want to change, right? They want to get you at your worst moment. They want to put you in your worst moment and then catch you in your worst moment. And they've been doing this for a very long time. They're also doing this because they have something to gain from it. In doing this, they will gain something financially in some way, shape, or form. The Two of Wands. I feel like time is running out for them, and they know it. Because you have plans to leave. They may know that you have plans to leave. What else? Five of Cups. They're sad that you're leaving. They don't want you to leave. Mostly, I feel, because they feel like it would be a missed opportunity for them. But you are moving on. You're not happy about moving on, right? You're sad. But you know that you have to get away from this situation. Okay, so Three of Cups reverse. Yeah. You have to forgive. You have to forgive these people and move on. You may have already forgiven them. And now it's just the part of moving on. And you know that you need to do this in order to heal and to recover from all of the abuse that you have suffered at the hands of this person or people. And as far as we're talking, we have a lot of air sign here. So you could be dealing with a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. We have some fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And one earth sign. Cancer, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And there's the Cancer that I was just speaking about. Okay, so now you have the Four Wands. This is Cancer energy to me because it's home. So anyway, its fire sign is, again, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And you may be dealing with a Cancer as far as home is concerned. Someone in your family, maybe. But yes, it's like you have to leave home. You may have been in a situation where, like, you're an adult that's living at home, whether you never left or you had to leave and come back. And so now you are realizing, it's like now you're realizing why you left in the first place, kind of thing. And now you're leaving again, but this time you realize you're leaving for freedom. Okay? Seven of Swords and King of Wands reverse. So you have a King of Wands reverse who's trying to lie, cheat, steal, trick you. Trickster spirit. Could be a trickster demon, okay, that you're dealing with here. where maybe, okay, I get that feeling. All right, so maybe you left home, at a young age to try to, just live your life, right? And you kept bumping into the same type of person, right? Like you were running from something and it just kept following you no matter what you did. If you, broke up with this person, moved out of that house or apartment or whatever, but somehow, some way, you always ended up finding another person with the same type of entity attachment. And it's like it was following you, because ultimately it's like you were running from your problems, from your childhood. And so now God brought you back to the original, okay? The root of the problem. And once you defeat or conquer this, and then you leave, right? Then you will be free of whatever this entity attachment is. Adversity. Two of Pentacles. Okay, so yeah, you struggled and juggled to try to overcome abuse. Maybe you were abused as a child. Maybe you came from an abusive home. Okay, especially mentally abusive home. And like I said, you tried to run away from it, pretend like it didn't happen or it didn't exist. Like you came from a perfectly fine and happy home. Come to find out that, it's actually quite dysfunctional. And it wasn't until you had to come back and go through it all over again as an adult that you realized that it's not normal. It's not a good, normal, loving, happy family. It's quite toxic and karmic and dysfunctional. And so part of the, recovery process was realizing that and coming to that conclusion, and no longer, trying to juggle and go back and forth and hold the knowing that something was fucked up, and at the same time pretending like everything was okay and trying to maintain that kind of balance, which is very imbalanced. Yes. Ace of Swords. You had to confront the truth, and so that you could start living in your truth. Okay, and the Knight of Cups, okay, you had to become your own knight in shining armor. You had to become your own hero. Maybe even, like I said, confronting the person that bullied you, or the people. Maybe it was more than one person in your family. Maybe it was your whole family. But you had to confront the truth. You had to accept the truth and save yourself. You had to stand up for yourself against these bullies. You had to speak your truth to yourself and others, and maybe these bullies as well. Maybe that was part of it. To say, hey, I don't want any part of this anymore, because, I don't want to be a part of this family anymore, right? Because of you all. Thanks so much. Bye. Yeah, Nine of Wands. Wounded warrior. You have, you've been long suffering and suffering in silence. You have been dealing with this for a very, very long time. You've had to endure a lot. And you may have had, like a test of faith, maybe many tests of faith, because this was part of your spiritual journey to have to go through these experiences and challenges and be able to overcome them. And you have, because you are a warrior, you are a spiritual warrior. You are stronger than you know. anything else? Let's close it out for Leo. Yeah. I was going to say, you know, when we pulled out the Two of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords, I was feeling a bit of like a reconciling, right? Or a reckoning. And here it is. Judgment. It's a reckoning. Okay? It's your day of reckoning where you have to reconcile yourself with the truth. That, you know, you didn't have a good childhood. You don't come from a good home. And you have to accept that, come to terms with that, and then move forward in faith and truth. You know, no longer denying the facts. The Hermit in reverse and the Queen of Cups. Yeah, it's like you are this kind, loving, caring, maternal, you know, individual. And I feel like you got taken advantage of in this family because of your natural, you know, naivete and again, just that sweet, kind, loving, caring, naive type of person. And you lost your way because these people kind of took advantage. Okay, they took advantage of you, and they used your sweet, kind, loving nature against you. They tried to use their relationship with you and your loyalty, you know, as family, to get you to do things for them that were not in your own best interests. And so God is helping you to get back on track now by leading you through all of this and getting you, you know, to come out the other side so that you can be free. And this time when you leave, you will be free because you have dealt with all of these things now. So that that entity attachment will have no power over you, no hold over you. It won't be able to find you. It's like you will be in a whole new world where that entity no longer exists. All right. Congratulations, Leo. I hope this has helped you in some way, shape, or form. I hope, if nothing else, it has entertained you for a few moments in time, and that if you haven't already, you will like, share, and subscribe. Bye.